I just decided to like stop caring so much about what other people think and to just do what I want to do and say what I want to say and live in life, have a good job, good friends, like all of it. It's just been good.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
100%?
Yep. Let's just go for it. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Okay. Welcome back to the Maikon Show, the coolest show in the whole wide world. Today I'm with a special guest, Utah native, Liana Cardoso.
All right.
Liana, how you been?
I've been great. This year's been really, really good. It's been one of my favorite years I've ever lived.
Why is that?
So, I think just because last year I had a really bad year mentally. And so this year I just decided to like stop caring so much about what other people think and to just do what I want to do and say what I want to say and live in life, have a good job, good friends, like all of it. It's just been good.
Did you have trouble with dealing with people and what people said about you before?
I love competing, but the thing about competing is that it's something that people don't talk about is like body dysmorphia and like the eating disorders that happen with it. And for a full year after my last competition, I really struggled with that mentally. And then I didn't hang out with my friends because I was so focused on it, trying to always get back to that leanness. And it's just not worth it. And just trouble in relationships and just like family, just all these things that I was just really down on myself for. And so this year I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Got out of that shell, huh? You are a personal trainer?
Yes. I have my personal training certificate and I do train sometimes still. And then I train my one-on-one clients, but I used to train them like every single week. But I only train one client in person now because I work at Novus Health, which is like a healthcare company now for like functional medicine. But I'm a health coach there. We mainly focus on the nutrition aspect.
Is that pretty hard?
No, I love it. I mean, it's rough transitioning into like a 9-to-5 job again, but it's like I'm actually helping people who need it. Like rather than just, I want to lose some weight or whatever. Like I've got thyroid issues. I'm going to die in a couple of years if I don't fix this. Yeah. So
that's why I hate show because I'm like, man, I need to understand the whole nutrition thing and like how to get better at that because you guys are really strict on that. When it comes to just eating right, I used to be a professional soccer player.
Yeah.
So my body used to be good, right?
Right.
But I stopped and it's really hard to get back on it just because back then I used to eat whatever I wanted. Now I'm like, I eat whatever I want, but it doesn't go anywhere. So it's like, what do I do? It's really, really hard to stay on a consistent dieting. No, it's not really dieting,
You could call it diet, what people call it nutrition, or I would say diet. That's what people call it, I guess, but it's not really dieting.
It has to become a lifestyle, right?
Exactly.
How does it become a lifestyle?
Why this last year has been so good is because I've really made that a lifestyle. And before, for years, and I still struggle, don't get me wrong, but for years, I was always like, before I competed, I did where I was really, really strict, no gluten, no soy, no dairy. Like I wouldn't be able to eat anything. And if I ate anything over like a candy bar or something, I would go do tons of hours in the cardio room, and just like, it's not a way to live. And so now it's more so like, if I want a freaking crumble cookie, like I believe that you should be able to, I love crumble cookies so much.
So freaking
They're
good.
so good. Oh. But just being able to balance both of them, like the 80-20 rule where like, for instance, at work, I meal prep, I have all my meals ready for me. It's just become so accustomed to me. I like the way that it makes me feel. It's just easy having my meals there. But then on the weekends, like if I want to drink, I'll drink. If I want to go and have a crumble cookie or, I don't really crave pizza or anything, but like,
pizza's so good.
Most people love salty food. I wish I loved salty food more, but just
I think I love it way
too
much. It's not good. It's not good.
I think that it's better to like salty food versus sugar, to be honest.
What's the thing that gets spiked when you eat a lot of sugar?
Your insulin or your blood sugar?
Yes, insulin. I had no idea about that. And a lot of people don't know how it works. I try to get back on soccer, right? Yeah. So I was like, man, I'm going to do it again, right? And I had to lose like 30 pounds. Right. I didn't know how to. But I was like, screw it. I'm going to try to learn about this, watch YouTube videos, whatever I could. And I found that out. I would only eat once a day and I would eat vegetables and protein.
Right.
That's it, right? Because sugar spikes your insulin. Mm-hmm. But then I found out that vegetables and protein might spike your insulin as well.
Here's the thing is I think that everybody makes too big of a deal of stuff like that. That's when it becomes like disordered eating. It's like, you have to eat between these hours or like you have to eat in the morning or at night. Like it's too much. Like you can't be perfect. You know what I mean? It's just about like listening to your body, like following those little cues, what you can control. Like, I mean, mean, insulin, it's so interesting. I'm just
I'm excited.
This, but I just think insulin and the human body is just so fascinating. Like, think about diabetics, right? They're given insulin through an insulin shot. Insulin is like the main fat storing hormone, and it's basically just getting you fat. Diabetics are getting fatter and fatter because they just spike insulin into their system and they don't even realize it. I don't know. I just think it's so fascinating. But vegetables are much better than sugar. Like, vegetables still have fiber in it, so it's not going to really spike it too much. Does that make sense?
What about fruit?
Fruit has fiber in it as well. If you're going to juice, though, now that's something different. A cup of berries has like 3 grams of fiber in it.
Really?
So, and that's going to not spike your insulin levels as much. Plus, it has antioxidants. Like, it has so many other things that you need for your body. Obviously, you don't want to go ham on it, but no one's really going to go ham on like 5 apples.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going ham on that.
Yeah, fruit's good.
What's your usual diet? Weekly?
I mean, I like to switch it up. I'm a creature of habit, though. Like, I love, I mean, until this last couple weeks, I go through phases like where sometimes I'll track macros and then sometimes I won't. Right now, I'm not really, but I still have my meal preps for like at least lunch and a snack or something throughout the week. And then I just go around that. But usually I would say I eat really clean. Like, I have no shame in saying that. I eat like eggs. I eat, I'll have quinoa, sweet potatoes, vegetables. I love vegetables. I don't know what it is. I just love healthy food. But then on the weekends, like, I'll have a cookie or like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'll allow myself to have that. I love protein powder. It's like an addiction for me. It's really, really bad.
Why is it bad?
Not bad. Just
like goddamn too much.
I think just because after prep and everything, I was like, oh, well, protein, you know, like, it makes you like, it's not going to, because protein technically, unless if you have like a whole bunch, it's not going to turn into fat. It's the only macronutrient that doesn't turn into fat in your system.
Really?
So yeah, unless if it like is over, say like maybe 2 grams per body weight, right?
Yeah.
Per pound of body weight. And that's when it becomes kind of a problem. But other than that, like, protein doesn't turn into fat. That's why people are always like, eat more protein. So yeah, that was basically it.
Do you meal prep?
Yeah.
Like, intensively?
Every single week, once a week, I'll take about 3.
See, that's the thing, Liana. We've tried. Me and my girlfriend have tried. And for some reason, it's like, do you like the cold food or do you just like heat it up?
That's a common question that I get, or a concern that people always say. Like, past clients, they would say that as well because they don't like food that goes bad after a couple days. To me, in my mind, I warm things up all the time. Like, every single meal is almost warmed up.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'll meal prep it in bulk. I'll get like easy things that you can steam or something from Costco. And then I'll usually watch a movie. I'll watch actually like 3 movies sometimes while I'm doing it.
Watch movies a lot.
While I'm doing it.
Does it take a long time?
I mean, I meal prep for an entire week sometimes. And like 5-4 meals per that time frame. But I don't always eat every single meal, or I'll like save it over. To me, because of prep, I'm like, I gotta get the food in no matter what. So like, if it a couple days later or something, I just personally don't think it's expired. I just put some sauce on it.
It's good to go.
It's good to go to me. It's probably not good for my gut though.
How do you know it's expired though? That's a hard thing.
I mean, vegetables last a long time, and fruit, like for instance, fruit, if say berries, they could go bad after a couple days, especially if you get like organic. So what I always do is I cut it up if it's strawberries or something, and then I'll wash it down, and then I'll put like a paper towel down first and put it in like a little bucket or a container. Then it doesn't go bad.
Well, that's hard to do. I feel like at the end of the day, that's a hard thing to do. That it's like, you really have to like doing this. You know what I mean? And again, it shouldn't be a like thing. It's just like, yo, you want to live for a long time, get your shit together, right?
Yeah.
The body, it's so weird, right? Yeah. You have to connect your mind and your body. And most of the times it's hard to do that. Do a lot of people come to you as like, I need motivation for you to keep them on check?
Yes, I would say so. Yeah. Like with previous clients, that was a big thing. And that's where I struggled a lot. And I still, sometimes I struggle with this. I mean, everybody's different, right? Their mindset is different. My mindset is very, and maybe it's just because the way I was raised, I don't know, but my mindset is very like, just get it done. You just suck it up, get it done. And so sometimes I can't relate to that. And it's hard for me to coach through that. But my part where I feel like I am a good coach is where when people like struggle when they're perfectionists, and I relate more to that. And so I'm able to help them understand, like, say if they injured themselves or something, like it's okay not to go to the gym for a couple weeks, because think about people in the 60s, right? They never went to the gym, but yet they were leaner than we are. It's all in nutrition.
So crazy, dude.
It's all counterbalance. balance. When people are like, oh, I just didn't want to go to the gym, I have a hard time relating to that just because the gym for me has always been like an outlet and I love it. It's like, I don't mind spending 4 hours a day in the gym. I don't do that. But
okay, I was going to say, is that your usual thing?
No, I don't. I do not do that. I go to the gym like 5 or sometimes 6 days a week, just depending, if that.
That's good though. 5 days?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's hard, dude.
The thing is like,
and that's
I
your
just put
profession
some good
as well.
music. Yeah. And like,
so lucky.
It's just so fun. Like when you know what you're doing too. And like, but I don't like going to like private gyms because then here's, in all honesty, I don't like going to private gyms because I feel like intimidated by everybody else. And this is where like my pride and ego comes into space. Like I like going to a public gym because then I feel like I'm like, oh, like I look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But,
it's like,
but I really don't compared to like other people.
Yeah. What do you consider a private and a public?
Say a small bodybuilder gym or like powerlifting gym or like just those really, or fitness, small little community gym rather than like Vasa or EOS.
What do you think of Planet Fitness?
I mean, people go to it. I used to go there when I first like got into the gym, but I don't like the premise of like that they give you pizza on Fridays. Yeah,
they do?
Yeah, they're like pizza day.
I didn't know this because I do go to Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
If I do go, I still have a Vasa membership that I still haven't canceled. I don't know why. Yeah. I've had like 5 months and I still haven't canceled it.
Oh no, they're gonna charge you.
It's messed up because they make it so hard to cancel it. Oh my God, you have to go through mountains just to get that done.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Same with the Planet Fitness though, because I signed up for Planet Fitness when I was like traveling last summer, and I remember I had to like go through all these hoops. I had to basically be in person at that location, and I was here like to cancel it. It didn't make sense. So
the revenue they get is mostly because of people who don't go, but they have a membership.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Were you always like this growing up?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, so how did Liana became this?
Yeah. I grew up with all brothers. I have one sister. She's adopted, but we'd have competitions to see who could eat the most ice cream. I remember like my friends would always make fun of me when we'd have sleepovers because I'd make nachos in the middle of the night. Like I was a chunky kid. Like I loved food always. I had the coupon book as like a little girl.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was always obsessed with food. And I think my dad, not to like throw my dad under the bus, I love him, but he's the same way. Like he loves food. I think that I just grew up like that. I wasn't really into fitness or anything. My mom started becoming really into it throughout the last few years that she was here. And it was actually my mental health why I got into it, because I had like a really hard year, and I'm very open about this, but like I tried to take my life in college. Luckily, you know, it didn't go through, like everything's fine now, but that was a really depressing time for me. And I think that because of that year, I ended up working at a wilderness center. There was a life coach there too. He doesn't even know who I am probably, but definitely changed my mindset where he was like, no one's going to feel bad for you anymore. It's not about the food. If you want something to change, essentially, you have to start feeling your body. You have to move your body in a way that you love, and you have to feed your body with good people, with good energy, with good, you know, good food, nutrients. And that just really stuck with me. I went vegan for a year after that. Never again. We'll do that, but no shame to that.
I feel like that's so hard, dude. Oh my God.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got super into health and fitness and became obsessive with it at first, but then over the years, it just kind of became like my passion. And I would say it's like something that it's kind of like my identity now, which is kind of sad to say. If it's taken away, say if I got paralyzed, like I would feel like I lost myself in a way. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it.
Wow. What's next for Liana?
I'm going to school, nursing school. Not quite yet. I'm doing
nursing
my prerequisites.
School.
Yeah.
So you're trying to become everything, huh?
Yeah, dude.
That's
like,
cool.
You gotta try. I was doing nutrition science at the U, and I had to build my own major. So basically, I already have all 4 years of degree, but I was gonna have to do like 2 extra years of schooling to create that major because they didn't have it at the U. And so I dropped out during COVID because I do not like the U. It's just too big of a school. So then I was like, you know what? I want something sustainability, long term, that like is going to be where I'm still doing nutrition, but I'm learning a different aspect of it. And so I decided to go to nursing, and it's going to take like another 4 years to like finish it all. But it's, to me, I love learning, even if it means I'm in debt after, like, I don't care. Like, it just means I just want to constantly be pushing myself or learning or keeping myself busy, productivity. Also with my work, Novus Health, we're the 10th location in the US. It's a startup, so it's only been around for 3 years. So it's brand new. So my goal there is just keep growing. The very very first functional medicine place that's ever actually combined functional medicine with health coaching and certified health coaching. So a lot of places will have wellness coaches or like, you know, different things like that, but they don't have their certifications. So it's the very first to ever incorporate that with regenerative technology. So I really am excited to just like keep growing with that business as well and doing something I love and helping out people who really do need it, you know?
It's been a great time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. That was actually really fun.
You fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Where can people find you? If people want to follow a better lifestyle and become a better and healthier person, how can they reach you?
Social media, obviously, is a big one. My name on social media is Fitfoodie Liana, FITFOODIELIANA. If you're wanting something more like fitness or personal training, more nutrition, yeah, for sure, go to me for that. But if you're wanting more, say if you're having like gut issues or thyroid issues, I'm sure most females who listen to this probably do. It's very common. Or hormonal issues, you can go to novushealthutah.com, and that's where you can actually like schedule a free consultation with one of us. Just go from there and get blood work done and do the whole 9 yards.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. From the best.
Yes. Thank you so much. That was fun.
And what do you got to tell the fans?
Don't take life too seriously.
Hey, bing, quote.
Yes.
Go to sleep early, eat right, train. Even though I don't do it, you guys better train. If you want a better lifestyle, take care of your body, take care of your mind. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. And yeah, peace out.